What's good, YouTube? Mase X back with another video, and we got RossMonsta in the building.
Maryland cost me the parlay.
Damn. Well, hey, we're gonna go ahead and talk some football. Hopefully that helps you feel better. I know it sucks.
Happy to be here, man. Let's get this going, Don. That might make me feel better about this because Maryland, I thought Michigan State was the more inferior team, but I mean, that's what I don't know. Maybe I should really stop gambling because this is a stressful time of the year for me.
It's a stressful and fun time, but
you stress all that good stuff.
I already know with you, man. Damn near September to February. I know it's going to be a lot of up and down with your moods and emotions when it comes to that sports betting.
Oh, most definitely. I always hit at least a home run or two throughout the season. Every year for the past 10 years, I'm just looking for that that life shifting one. I want to turn $5 into $5,000, and I know I'm not the only one who tries to do that because who really has $300 to throw down on one game? You know what I'm saying? $300 gone. Not me. Not in this economy. Everybody trying to stretch $300 for the next month or two.
Shit, it sounds like me, but hey, maybe one day I'll get into the sports betting, but it's just not my cup of tea, bro. I don't want to get sucked in the dark side.
Get sucked in, good, yeah. Stay out while just stay out while you can.
Blood in, blood out type stuff. Once you in, you can't get out.
They got me. I'm used to it. Ain't no saving me. You run.
Definitely excited to link up again, man. We got some topics here we're going to be talking about. Definitely, if you're new to this channel, definitely like and subscribe to the support. If you're returning, you know what it is. Every like counts. We on the road to 1K. The channel itself, we just going to sprinkle in some podcast videos like this, talking about all three levels, football. So it can be any given thing, high school, college, pros. But definitely, we're going to also continue the original videos talking about that as well. But as far as the podcast today, Ross, what's popping in the news, man? Whether you a sports fan or you not a sports fan, actually, you've heard of the name Tyreek Hill. Sunday, prior to their 1 o'clock Eastern game, it goes viral with the clips, the videos. Tyreek Hill, man, what he done did now. So, he had his interviews there after the game, post game. Obviously, it was all over the internet, shared all over the world. He gave his take on what happened. Of course, in 2024, every officer has body cam footage on. Body cam then gets released. And there's been some polarizing opinions, especially amongst the nation, from what was originally led to be believed and the body cam footage. Like I said, it's very polarizing. Ross, I know you have your opinions here about Tyreek Hill. I definitely do, man. I'm gonna open this up to you and just tell me your thoughts as far as the last few days going on with Tyreek Hill.
It's been the same, man. I tell you what, when I first saw the clip, I'm like, yo, what do you do? He right out front of the stadium. You just had no idea what had happened in real time. All you could do was speculate. But then this information, these videos, it spread like wildfire. And then so we knew that he was detained by the police officer in front of the stadium. And at first it was like, oh, he said versus he said. And, once the video started to surface more and the body cam footage was released by the Dade County Police Department, oh man, it's like, oh, that it happened like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, bro, because we talked about it off the record, but on the record, it kind of seems like our opinions align on this one all day long.
Absolutely.
Not even because we're in disagreement, just because the topic is just so unique and it's something that we're no strangers to and we can talk about it. Absolutely. So this is one of them conversations that I've been looking forward to since the news broke last Sunday.
Yeah, definitely, man. I got the video here. We'll just take a little sneak peek. We may not look at the entire footage, but we'll pretty much get a gist of it.
The footage you're about to see is very disturbing.
So we're gonna go ahead. Like I said, this is right before the game, around 10:15, 10:18 Eastern time.
You want to see his tags? Run his tags, bro.
Yeah, got tags ain't blurred out.
You have your seatbelt on? Why don't you have your seatbelt on? Like what?
Just right off the rip, man, you definitely see Tyreek Hill kind of initiate the aggression there. In my opinion, I know the officer knocked on the window, but just for me, I just felt he was a little over the top. Tyreek Hill, that is, how he talked to the officer essentially. Like, I don't think that he banged on his window or anything like that. I think it was a simple knock. And Tyreek Hill just repeatedly, you can hear him saying, "Don't knock on my window like that, dog. Don't knock on my window," just over and over. And I feel that's the early steps of the antagonization that Tyreek Hill did.
Yeah, man. You know what? For somebody who watches these body cam videos for fun at work, I see how officers handle blatantly rude, belligerent individuals who did 10 times more than what Tyreek did here. It's the police officer's job to de-escalate the situation as much as they possibly can. And these officers did anything but that. They decided to not only match Tyreek's energy from the start, but going back and forth with him, they exceeded the energy. So a lot of people say, "Oh, well, maybe if Tyreek would handle it differently." Yeah, maybe he should have handled it differently. Did you ever think to consider, yeah, he's pulled over, there's traffic, he doesn't want to bring attention to himself. Oh, Tyreek Hill's pulled over. I've seen these videos before. Celebrities just kind of want to get their ticket and go. He kept his windows up. And from the police officer side, I understand it's a safety issue. I think all parties could have done different here. I don't want to put the blame on one party over the other.
Hey,
How about the same size, right?
keep your window down.
I'm pretending this is you, and you be smart enough with the police officers. They decide to snatch you out the car. Y'all look alike, low key.
Hey,
from a distance.
Keep your window down. Keep your window down. I'm gonna get you out of the car. As a matter of fact, get out of the car. Give me that.
See, right there. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, I get it. A lot of celebrities, I've seen other videos, them getting pulled over where they're like, "Hey, give me whatever you need to get me so I can get up out of here. I'm a celebrity. We're gonna draw a crowd." Lil Baby, video kind of like that, and he's gang affiliate. That can be pretty dangerous, but still, man, like, I know what you're saying, matching the energy of Tyreek Hill. And yeah, they have training, but at the end of the day, they're human too. Tyreek Hill is clearly having a privileged behavior to it. Pretty rude. He's pretty aggressive, and he's kind of like shooing them off like, you little peasants, like, do you know who I am? I'm Tyreek Hill. I'm just gonna roll the window up until you come back. And it's, to me, that's the start of the look at their faces starting to turn red now because how Tyreek Hill's acting.
I'll tell you what, bro. Like, if the officers were gonna take everything they dealt with personal, we'd be in some serious trouble. Like I mentioned before, the officer's job is to de-escalate a situation. You know what I'm saying? Not making matters worse. It's like you getting on your mama's nerves, and this is what this cop just did. Hey, go upstairs right now if you get a whooping. Come here. I'm gonna give you. Like, you didn't even give him a chance. But yeah, I get it. From them, they got dark tinted windows. They don't know who Tyreek Hill is.
Give me that. Break that freaking window. Get out of the car. Get out of the car right now.
See how they're starting to get mad.
Get out, Mason.
Get out. Get out. Get out. What part of blood don't you understand?
Yeah, that was way aggressive in a situation like that. That's how you apprehend an armed suspect.
I'm getting arrested, Drew. I'm getting out, bro. God damn, twin. When we tell you to do something, you do it. You understand? I'm getting out. You understand? Not what you want, but what we tell you. You're a little fucking confused. I'm getting out.
Got the tats on his hand.
Oh, yeah, bro. Wow, man. That part right there. That part right there is what triggered me. Not like that situation, like what I was telling you about, what the career situation. I was like, bro, they just like them dudes, man.
Yeah.
Minus the cuffs, the gun, and the badge.
Yeah.
Talking crazy. I was like, bro, why did it take 5 of y'all to get him? What kind of threat was he?
Yeah, unarmed.
Yeah, so man.
Gonna fast forward a little bit, but I believe that's most likely the officer that's what was the term for that? The paid leave? Administrative leave. Yeah. I'd assume that was the officer that was recently placed on administrative leave because he was over the top. I think he handled that poorly. He did make the situation worse with his level of aggression. Of course, like you mentioned, the officer's job is to de-escalate. The officer didn't do a very good job of that. Tyreek Hill was getting out of the car. It looked like he lifted up the window, looked like he was starting to make his move, but that guy was pretty agitated and grabbed him out. Like you said, that's something you do, somebody that's armed and dangerous, or you're really trying to restrain out of a safety factor for them in the community.
Yeah, I see. Like I mentioned in body cam videos, I've seen cops be way more patient towards much more aggressive individuals.
Yeah.
It was just nothing more than power trip. Shout outs to John Smith. Shout outs to Calais Campbell looking out for their friend, their teammate. Yeah, I think both parties wish they could probably have that one back, especially Tyreek, man. No speeding. Do that on the field only, not on the road.
Right. Yeah, man. I definitely agree. Shout out to his teammates. They could have made it, you've seen it many times where the crowd ends up making it even more hostile than what it has to be, and they're antagonizing, they're threatening. The officer said to them, back up, stand over here. They did that. They complied. Overall, it didn't escalate and get worse. Tyreek Hill and Drew Rosenhaus called for the firing of the officer that was placed on the administrative duties. We are demanding for immediate termination of the officer that's been placed on administrative leave. So, and that was actually Tyreek Hill stating that through his lawyer, Julius Collins.
Hey, it was to the point. Did you see the part of the video where he's like, stop crying?
Yeah.
Oh, you're childish at this point.
That was like a demasculinization or whatever the word is, man. Kind of to belittle that right there. That's a hothead, So I would question if he should be in this position for him to get triggered so easily.
Put him on meter maid duty for a few years. That'll teach him.
Oh, man.
In or out? Are you in or out? Buying or selling? Buying or selling?
Next topic we're going to take a look at. We got a new series titled In or Out. So we're going to look at NFL players, teams, coaches, offenses, defenses, really anything that you can think of. We got today 2 players that we're in on, 2 players that we're out on. All right, so we're going to start with the ends, man. I'll go ahead and start things off. My first player that I'm in on, we got rookie out of LSU, wide receiver Malik Neighbors, man. In a very disgusting offense, this guy is proven to me that he's going to be the real deal. And a team that is led by Daniel Jones at the quarterback position. Malik Neighbors, he goes out in his first game, 8 targets. Targets are earned. Snaps are given, but targets are earned. To command 8 targets out the gate in your first game as a rookie shows a level of trust, and it shows an obvious level of potential talent and production. So even in his first game, 5 catches, 63 yards. It's a bottom 10 offense for sure, and it's going to be a bottom 10 offense. So, of course, the touchdown upside is mitigated being a bottom 10 offense. I really believe that Malik Neighbors, who I had a very high grade on. And so my next guy that I saw one game, and that was all I needed to see to let me know that he's back. Savvy veteran, people writing him off, calling him old. He's injured, this, and that. Cooper Kupp out of Los Angeles Rams. Definitely in on him. People were sleeping on him, even me to an extent. I'm not going to lie. And I was like, okay, he's 30, 31 years old. Last year was hampered by injury. Actually, the last 2 years, he's kind of been in and out of that lineup. But to come out a few days ago on Sunday, command impressive 21 targets. 21 targets out the gate. Puka Nacua goes down. Matt Stafford knows who to lean on. So just a few years ago, triple crown, 14 catches on 21 targets. Like that is insane.
I thought you were going to say Zeke Elliott. I was like, oh, okay. And Cooper Kupp, yeah, bro. I like it. You're in on Malik Neighbors. I thought there was going to be something cool about him once they let him have number 1. They saw the number has been worn since way, way, way back in the day. Good list, nonetheless, man. Good list. So keep it nice, short, and sweet. My two ends, J.K. Dobbins, along with Los Angeles Chargers run game. Oh my goodness.
Okay.
And Harbaugh, boy, he's gonna really he's not gonna put all those stress and the load on Justin Herbert, man. He's gonna run that rock.
Yeah.
J.K. Dobbins was the one to really put that on his back. He was basically captain on the field. What was 13 touches, 3 in which were receptions for 139 yards and a touchdown. Hey, you better start putting some trade packages together for your boy J.K. Dobbins. I don't know. I really feel like just playing running back in Baltimore is a curse, bro. You know what I'm saying? I just think he was cursed in Baltimore because I don't know. You trying to revive your career as a running back. Who better than do it with Harbaugh? So that's my first buy. My second buy is the Indianapolis Colts offense. I think Shane Steichen and Anthony Richardson are finally developing a chemistry that was set up for them to get going all last year before the injury. So we're seeing a little bit more out of Anthony Richardson.
So, that gets me excited hearing all this.
Defense, on the other hand, Gus Bradley is going to have to get his life together because if not, he's going to be on my out list. Lucky for him, he's safe this week. But I do believe the problem is not on the offensive side of the ball. There's a lot of fans in Indianapolis who are still spectacling Anthony Richardson. He can't throw the ball at an elite level just yet, but he's a broken. He's a broken. No, what I say work. He's a work in progress, and he's going to go ahead and continue to develop. Shane Steichen's going to bring him on nice and slowly, and it's going to be all good and cool. So those are my two ends. I'm in on both.
Hey, I mean, I gotta agree with you. Like, we know Harbaugh. He's got NFL experience. And the system that he runs. And their offensive coordinator, Greg Roman, you knew they were going to run the ball. But just to see it in live action, it was definitely, as an Ohio State fan, J.K. Dobbins looks like he's on a path of resurrecting his career. Even, in the fantasy circles, they were talking about him being a potential sleeper for the year. But I'm excited for the Chargers offense. Yeah, I agree with both of your options there. All right, and I'm out on Deshaun Watson and Derrick Henry. So Deshaun Watson, man, I'm just tired of him. He's shown enough over the last couple seasons that he's lost whatever skills he had. The Monstars basically took his powers or whatnot. And Derrick Henry, man, he just looks slow. I think he's going to fail expectation. Under 4 yards a touch. He's very inefficient. He looks like he's aging really fast.
And so I'm going to be out on the Green Bay Packers. Without Jordan Love for the next several weeks, I just don't see how Malik Willis can lead this team to any type of promise of winning the division. I think that gives the Detroit Lions a massive head start until Jordan Love comes back and he's back to full form. Because it may take a while upon return from injury for him to get back to his natural stride. I am out on the Green Bay Packers. And I am also out on Devontae Adams and his run with the Las Vegas Raiders. Feel like where Devontae Adams is in his career versus what the Las Vegas Raiders are trying to do, they don't align. This is a 110% a rebuild. He is not happy. You do right by him. And I actually, you heard it here first. I say Devontae Adams is traded before the deadline. I am out on Devontae Adams' run with the Las Vegas Raiders.
And definitely, if you made it this far in the video, we deeply appreciate it. If you haven't already, don't forget to like and subscribe. On the road to that 1K. We're going to go ahead and get up out of here, and we'll see y'all in the next video.
It's a lifestyle of the Black entrepreneurs. Yeah, no.